and we have the annual Independent Agency Showcase. And here to introduce this, please welcome a familiar and very popular face at Spikes, Julian Boudling, who's the president of the Network One, and his guests today are Georg Warga, the creative director and founder at Goodstein, and Lundy, the owner, founder, CEO, and executive creative director of ComZone. A warm welcome, please. Warmer, warmer. Hot. Right up. I get it right in the end. Perfect.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this year's Asian all-new Independent Agency Showcase. If you popped out to get a coffee, get it quickly, come back, because we've got some great stuff to look at together today. For those of you who haven't seen one of these before, a quick word of introduction. I'm Julian Boudling. I run a company called the Network One, and we set the company up 10 years ago now to help everybody in the community to connect with the best independent agencies worldwide. So that means marketing clients, it means network agencies who can collaborate often productively with independents, and it means independents who need to find partners in other countries. We publish the world's leading independent agencies once a year with Campaign, which is a think piece about how the independents perhaps view the great trends, the important trends, and the way the business is going. So well worth a look. You can find this online. We work now with around about 800 independent agencies in 106 countries at the Network One. We're always keen to engage with and meet other independent agencies. So if you happen to have an independent agency and we don't know you already, please come and introduce yourself after the seminar. We would love to meet you. But more importantly than that, having spent a bit of time putting together such a large number of agencies, we woke up one morning and found that while we were sleeping, the world had moved on a little bit, and two well-known figures who apparently didn't like each other a lot suddenly had got married, were partying together, were even maybe, if the things looks like singing songs and getting drunk together. So we congratulate the big boys, although we do suspect that their eye might be a little off the ball, and certainly Martin Sorrell would like to think so. We just wanted to share with you something which one of the independents in Seattle created for them, which was a little kind of mnemonic and a greeting card, and they even put their own money to send congratulations. So congratulations from the independent sector to the big giants who are coming together. But back in the real world, again, I just wanted to share a thought with you. And it's a particular thought that's relevant to Spikes. And it's kind of this. It's, I think we probably all know who this man is. Does anybody not know who this man is? If you don't know who this is, put your hand up. I don't see a lot of hands. But who knows who these people are? Please I'm just curious to know and to share this. If you know who all of these three people are, please raise your hand. Nobody. If you know who any one of these three people are, please raise your hand. We're not going to pull you out and ask you to answer the question. I just want to know. Does anybody know who any of these people are? Okay? So everybody, okay, there are some, yes, but not many. So everybody knows who Martin Sorrell is, and John Wren, and Maurice Levy. But nobody knows who is the CEO of Dentsu, and the CEO of Chael, and the CEO of Blue Focus, the Chinese agency. And it's quite significant because, what we're seeing as we look at the world is the Asians are coming, and Dentsu is building its network, Chael is building its network, and Blue Focus from China PR firm is started to acquire agencies and looking in the States, bought a big stake in a British agency. Asia is coming. We've talked about it for a long time. It's really happening. So that's why we are very, very pleased to say that the independent sector here too is thriving. We've seen kind of acquisitions and news happening in India and China buying famous Western brands, Volvo, Ferretti yachts, French Chateau, Weetabix breakfast cereal, White and Mackay whiskey. We've changed the Network One to have a Chinese logo as well. And we're very proud this morning to introduce two of the most interesting young independent agencies from this region. And I'd like to bring to the stage, we have brought to the stage and introduce Lundy, who will be the first speaker from Cambodia ever to speak at Spikes. He has founded his own agency, ComZone, in Phnom Penh. And we'll then hear from Georg Warga, who has just begun the Goodstein agency in China. But first of all, Lundy, please come to the phone. Tell us how you set up, why you set up a Cambodian agency in Cambodia to compete with the big boys.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks, Julian. So basically, I'm Lundy, come from ComZone, Cambodia. So we are purely independent agency. So basically, the reason why we set up the creative agency because we see a lot of opportunity for our country to, come up with a really great ideas and then show up our creativities in the local market. So how we show our creative. So why independent agency? This is our video. Right. We are a local origins independent creative agency. So we are surely local. We run our agency to service our clients. Of course, we are servicing for both local and international. It doesn't mean that independent agencies don't service international agency. Our strength is we know our consumer want, and we understand local market very well. So of course, we are local. We're trying to do something to align to our local markets. We are ambitious, we are result-driven, we are flexible and straightforward. So this is something why we are flexible. As of the independent agency, the word flexible is very important because we are independent. The reason why we are independent, because we created force raising and grow the status brand in Cambodia. And we actually present the new Cambodia and the people physics inspire, diverse, innovative, committed, and progressively becoming international. So this is how our positions of the ComZone Cambodia trying to meet to that targets. What we do, we are selling creative. So this is something that we strive to come up with a really great ideas out of the box to bring up the creative, local creative to another level. So we are selling creative. Our team challenge is a strong brand will certainly go beyond away influence perceptions of the target market in Cambodia. Which is why our vision is winning locally, competing globally. How to achieve it? Based on our current market challenging. So this is, I'm raising up because only in Cambodia, because we are based in Cambodia. So based on our current market challenging, we have our own strategy to focus on the 3F. So I'd just like to ask everyone as well, like, what is the first F in your mind? It's not about something you think. You know, the first F in here is about like fight. So fight, how we fight. There's a lot of competitors around us. So how we fight, how we pitch against the international agency, how we pitch against the network agency. So based on our challenging, based on our understand the local market, based on our creativity, we are fight for success. Second F. The second F basically is going to be happen soon in the next week in Singapore. So what is the second F in your mind? Fast. So we are fight, we are fast. So as of independent agency, we are flexible, we are fast, cost effective. So it can help us out to service our client. Fast for success. It's all about success. The third F. Does anyone know about third F? It's simple as this. We are fight, we are fast, and we are focused. So these are the 3F that make us successful in our Cambodia country. So who care? Who care about the 3F? Who care about fight? Who care about fast? And who care about the focus things? It's only people who work in advertising. So I would like to share you guys on our achievements of the years. So something interesting from Cambodia. Best set of the years from 2012, we actually servicing for one of the telco in Cambodia, one of the biggest telco in Cambodia called Smart Mobile. Smart Mobile, they position themselves as Smart Life. So we actually bring up a fun life of local, that how people talk on the phone, how people busy, the way they talk like this, they're working, they talking to their boyfriend or girlfriend, they're doing something so busy. So the Smart Mobile have come up with a good brief for us, is to come up with a good tariff rate ever compared to the competitor. So 6 cents per minute is very cheap in Cambodia, compared to our competitor 7 cents or 8 cents. So what the idea is that what we come up with, we're trying to align to the local market. We're trying to get an idea to talk to their lifestyle and the daily life. So when the idea that reflects to their daily life, that's the moment that we get a feedback, the very good things, then they remember our brand, and then our TVC become remarkable, and then people start to imitate it. So let's see our commercial.
ឆ្លាត6អត្រាតម្លៃថ្មីចំណាយតិចនិយាយបានយូររហូតដល់ជាប់កពេលទៅគ្រប់ប្រព័ន្ធត្រឹមតែ6សេនក្នុង1នាទី Smart Mobile ជីវិតដ៏ឆ្លាតវៃ
So this is something that we're trying to do something more different from other telco. That most of the telco they focus on the lifestyle, gravity, hip hop stuff, but our lifestyle want to be unique. So we're talking to the right people that they are in office, they are in the flower shop, they are walking down onto the shopping. So they keep talking until they bend your head because of the rate is too cheap. Our 2013 this year, the best ad that we have done so far, we have really competed well of the beer client. So we handle one of the beer accounts, and then we have a big challenge to our local beer called Encore Beer. Encore Beer, one of the biggest beer in Cambodia, they're trying to promote themselves as a Khmer beer and local heart. So we handle Anchor, in Cambodia. So our big challenge is how to come up with a uniqueness, symbolic, that represent international beer. So we come up with a 4-sign X style. So whenever you see X style, a 4-sign, meaning you get an ancho beer. So the fun begins from that one. Let's have a look. So this is something exciting for Cambodian market that we're trying to promote beer through this lifestyle. So as I said, a local beer to do Khmer Heart. So when you do Khmer Heart, we come and call a beer. But our international beer, we want to position ourselves as a catalyst of fun. So we come up with something like this. So this sign makes something begin as a catalyst of fun. So refreshingly fun with Anchor beer. This campaign also rolled out throughout the country. So we have POS, newspaper ads, magazine ads, and also activations. We also promote this campaign at all the beer garden in town. So every time you do this, you can get Ancho beer right away. Or you can, every time you do this, you can have 50% discount in all the outlets that service Ancho beer. So it's something that is really interesting that people talk of the town because of this commercial. I'd like to share with you guys as well our expansion is 2013 from ComZone Cambodia as an independent creative agency. We have ComZone Digital. So we actually run our digital agency since early 2013. And we actually can have done something more interesting that with one of the telco clients called Hello Axiata. So Hello Axiata are one of the biggest telco as well in Cambodia. So what we have done on this telco is more or less talking 80% or 90% on digital. So we focus on Facebook and YouTube. So of course Twitter, it doesn't popular in Cambodia. Most of majorities in Cambodia, they're using Facebook and Twitter. So the campaign idea is how to promote people using Facebook. So the brief is unlimited Facebook. We try to approach or engage people to use Facebook more. So by using Hello as a telco company. So by using unlimited Facebook, you just pay your $2 in 3 months. So whatever idea is, let's have a look at our video.
Unexpected, the Gangnam-style activation campaign jolted all of Phnom Penh when they saw Psy going and dancing around the city to announce the most incredible deal from Hello Telecom. Unlimited Facebook till your hair flies up. Newspapers soon pick up the story and splash it on their pages, occupying the dominant space. The campaign was supported by Billboard and other marketing materials with the image of the jolly man in yellow, hair standing on ends, Facebooking to no end. The sighting of Psy dancing on the streets of Phnom Penh also made its way to the top websites. Ad banners and social network advertising harped the incredible offer. Post till your hair flies up. And to bring the offer closer to the target market, promo booths were set up in campuses, busy shopping malls, and intersections. Fun activities, such as photo booths, added color to the affair. As Psy's global popularity soared, so did the hits on YouTube and Facebook for the Gangnam in Cambodia.
Right. So that's what we have done for digital. Basically, we're using our lifestyle, like Gangnam style in Cambodia. So we're using the trends that a local trying to adapt from other country. On top of this, our expansions, we also are running the film zone that basically handle on the film and commercial as well. So this is our in-house productions. Winning locally, competing globally.
There is no network agency that has an office even in Cambodia. What Lundy's doing is quite remarkable. But in Beijing, it's very different, but no less interesting. Warga of Goodstein is going to talk to us about his experience in Beijing. Gail.
Okay. Sound.
I got the feeling, baby, I got the feeling.
So hey, I'm Georg from Goodstein, and this is Plot. So, fucking hell. Right. People like their stories. Stories unfold to them in movies and in books, in games, and even like in politics. If you watch pitching people for Olympics or rallying for a war, all of these things would unfold as narratives. And stories are provide context to their lives. That's why they opt into stories. The problem with the stories in advertising is that we tend to intrude people's space. We take their time hostage. That's why people don't opt into advertising as much as they would opt into great stories. Now, the thing is with Plot here is it provides you with a framework. Surely advertisers consider themselves as great storytellers, but what Plot can offer is a framework, some kind of a plan. So let's have a look. Let's see what's inside Plot. So this is a cross-section of what we think better storytelling can deliver. You have here, that's a sales funnel. That's a very generic one that we use. You would get people into a user journey where they would commit into maybe buying a product or a new service. They would research that on the web or offline, and they would come to some kind of landing. And that landing would be either on-site on a platform or offline, where they would eventually buy and purchase a product or service, and later on talk about it to their friends and families. And in an ideal world, that would connect with them, so they would recommit and opt into your sales funnel back in. Now, if this is more clever, you could tell these user journeys around life stages. Here are some that we use. Now, this here is a three-act story structure first invented by Aristotle in his Poetics. He basically said, every good story has a beginning, middle, and an end. And what you see here below around a timeline are some kind of plot points, important moments in any kind of story that you would tell. Let's look at the great plot point of a story I really like. So that was, of course, E.T. 1982 by Steven Spielberg, and it's just a masterfully constructed story. And let's look at what happens throughout these three acts. You had in the beginning at the hook, it's E.T. itself landing and being lost and alone from his friends. There's a protagonist, Elliot, a young boy whom you very clearly identify with. You have antagonists there, which might be the NASA. You have Elliot meeting E.T., which is the incident. So there's something at the beginning of the first act that would people keep watching. There's a turning point towards the end of Act 2 where you will see that a friendship between an alien and a young boy would be possible. The mid-point reversal where you would see E.T. dying. Later he wakes up again. It's the climax where they both escape, and at the end E.T. leaves. So that's what you saw here is like, a story. What we try to do is like, merge the best of this with the best what we've learned from the sales funnel. And it basically looks like that. So what you have here on the left side is you have, again, the life stages, different people that and data that will suck into this sales funnel along a journey that starts with commit and that's the most dense point, the yellow point, is like where the purchase would happen. This is also where the most climactic point of a story should be. So where people are really feeling committed most to story is where people would open and probably consider your product or service for purchase. So we have constructed that model, that is plot, and we try to kind of like apply this to to our own work, also to work from other agencies to see what's really good out there and what not, and to give ourselves some kind of framework. Now, my agency was very proud and lucky to work with great partners in the last years, with Volkswagen, which was our client in China, and Proximity, which is a great agency that worked together to create some good work. The stuff that I show you today is things that we've done the last years. This first one is showing you a story of what we've created for a project that's called the People's Car Project. Let's have a look at it.
我就喜欢虚拟的东西，然后不喜欢太现实的东西。我喜欢在城市里骑电瓶车的感觉，经常看见堵车很严重，所以我想设计一辆汽车来解决这个问题。会飞的车。然后有一次浏览网页的时候，我看到就是说大众汽车那个很可爱的那个小变形车，看到了这个活动之后，天天都在想汽车。
One of the key attributes is to be able to dream, and to dream like a child, because there you dream and you are free, completely free.
说有一个平台，就是说让我们把自己的想法给表达出来，然后传到网上。
If you look at any breakthrough, any true technological breakthrough, you can go back in time to a time frame where the acknowledged experts said that's nonsense. But then it happens.
从来没有想过下一个让成都这样有名的 是我们玩家。
中国发展的很快，我感受应该说改变还是挺大的，因为我爷爷奶奶是农民，我父母是做小生意的，而我设计了悬浮车。
All right, so here's plot again, and we would start with a hook, which is the People's Car project. At the best time, we had like 30 million people, opting into our story. So did Warga, who is the protagonist of the story. She it's kind of like a fish out of the water story, some kind of Cinderella. So from the middle of China, she gets some fame. She would, in the incident, she would, find the website. She would upload a sketch. The reversal here would be that Volkswagen is actually considering to building this car. Obviously, the climax then is the actual car, it's the hover car. Even if it's a virtual prototype, it works quite well, and in the end, she's getting celebrated. So what you have here is, although the story was not constructed to sell a particular product, the purchase intent for all Volkswagen products at that time was increased by 262%, which is an amazing number. The second the case I'd like to show is we did earlier this year, which was the end of the People's Car project. It always ended, so we looked for ideas from the people, and at the end there should be a car. What we did is we created a 10-part online mini-series, so people could see how the actual car is being built. Let's look at the case.
We've narrowed it down to 104 ideas. This year, over a 10-part online series, 6 design teams will compete and one will become the People's Car. This is a collaboration between two of the best universities in China, as well as working with experts from other design fields. 中国人一直有一个汽车梦，这个汽车梦它是面向未来，最终应该是什么样子？我知道大公司这个项目挺早，没有想到就是过了1年多以后，真的参加了这个项目。你之前一直没睡觉，你来得及吗？能做到吗？那段时间压力很大，什么都不会，什么都要学。戏里面一般就是正常家庭，没有什么太有钱。等到我有能力的时候，肯定会帮助他们去实现他们希望实现的东西。不管以后你都要做的最好。我希望你。我要。我同意。The team with one, with multiple goals to the show. It's for fun. 毕竟我们付出的努力挺多的。不一定也只是。When the design will be realized and we will show that live at the China Auto Show, everybody to see. 未来的人呢，开什么样的车，将由大众之车来决定。
So again, it starts with a hook, which is the project itself. It ran over 2.5 years. Here, protagonists and antagonists, we build ourselves. These are two universities. We built these characters. Some of them you like, and some of them are, you wouldn't. But it's part of the storytelling. The incident here is Volkswagen commits to build the car finally. The turning point is the teams are getting selected, so only the best ones start the actual journey, which is building the car. It's a 10-part series, so quite in the middle of it, we built in episodes where we would tell the story of this is impossible, we will never going to make it, there's not enough time, or there's big problems. Obviously, we would overcome these problems, and in the climax, there would be a team would win, and in the end, you would have the car. Yeah, well, that's us. We are, a small boutique shop in Beijing. We're really a bunch of storytellers. We are also the most awarded independent creative agency in China right now. But what we want to do is really all, just want to tell great stories. What we do is we create original IP. We come up with new projects or programs. We also partner with agencies. So as the example shows, here with proximity as an example, we pitch for new business with agencies or directly with clients. Thank you.
Is this one working? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we are really out of time now, but I just would like to ask you to put your hands together properly. It's incredible inspiration to work with some of the best talent around in the independent sector. ComZone, that is really setting an agenda in a country with no advertising communication tradition, and Goodstein, which from a staff of 4 people and one guy's idea has made one of the biggest car makers in the world, probably their biggest and most inspirational project that they're doing anywhere in the world with a people's car. Guys, Georg, Lundy, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we are here throughout the show, so please, we're here to meet people. Come and talk to us. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks very much to Julian from thenetworkone, to Lundy from ComZone, and to Georg, of course, from Goodstein. So we're going to have a short break now for coffee, and starting again at 12 noon, when we'll be joined in here for a seminar with Leo Burnett, and in the forum space, we'll be welcoming BBDO. See you shortly. See you in about 10 minutes' time.